Thank you, President. My adjournment matter tonight is for the Minister for Corrections, and the action I seek is for him to fund the Keeping Women Out of the Justice System community of practice. And this is supported by the Victorian Legal Services Board. Now, I am sure that the Minister is well aware of the work that this group of organisations does, and it's very good work. But let's not forget that between 2006 and 2016, women's prison population in Victoria increased by 75%. From the Ombudsman's report in 2015, we found that women in prison doubled compared to the rate of the male prison population. The jump in the number of Aboriginal women prisoners is incredibly stark. 240% increase in Victorian prisoners, in Victorian Aboriginal women. Now, the remand numbers here are incredibly high. Corrections Victoria data indicates that in 2017, 39% of all women prisoners were unsentenced. So it's nearly 40% had not been sentenced at that time. Changes to bail and parole laws are exacerbating this growth in prison numbers. And let's just remember that very few of these women are in there for serious violent crimes. The Keeping Women Out of the Justice System community of practice have made a funding submission to the government that gives the sad numbers I've just mentioned before. Some of the key areas of their submission are to fund early intervention programs and partnerships in order to save on downstream costs, the creation of a specialist women's list, the expansion of work development permit schemes. And I've seen firsthand some of this work. I've met with some of the mentors that grab in early when a woman is first making touches, is hitting the edge of the justice system, and they send in mentors that help them just, navigate some of the more difficult parts of life that some people, particularly people from disadvantaged backgrounds, are struggling with. Being on the homelessness inquiry, it's no surprise that to keep people out of prison, we need to provide homes. So there's a request for an increase in homeless services, particularly ensuring people experiencing mental illness to get the support they need. So I know that the Minister, and I have seen the Minister at the Women's Prison at Dame Phyllis Frost, I know that he understands this issue, and I just implore him to consider fully funding the Keeping Women Out of the Justice System community of practice.